Hey, I'm Jeff. Welcome to Infinite Lagrange. Today we're going to be talking Perfect Start for your brand new run at the your latest exploration in Infinite Lagrange. So I'm about 3 hours behind. This is my 8th time on a new map. Let's go over it. First things coming up, we're going to go right in and get that first quest off. The big thing we're going to try and go for is a race to destroyers. Oh, look at a nice little UI bug happening. Get these really quick ones done. I'll double that dockyard right away. And this is another quick 5-minute one. Another quest done. We need to get... How many of these done? We need to get all 5 of them done. I thought so. Okay. Get all 5 of these done. Get the 20-minute one started. And this is the other one we need to get 5 started on. Need this to even build. Going through. And done. Whereas I think I'll need to stop. Oh, 4. I did 1 extra. That's fine. As I said, perfect start with liberal sprinkling of everything else. And 1 more. Haven't even built a ship yet. And boom, expanding. Alright. And for the last one we're going to need, well, we obviously need our utility ships. So we're going to speed that one in, and that's our last one. And there we have it. A little tiny mistake with building 1 extra shipyard. We're going to go right into our utility ships. Speed those up as much as we got. There we go. All done. And we also need to have ships built. I'm going to come back to those. It's a bit less important. And we've got a bonus 10 speed ups collected there. And we'll take a look at our quest, because the quest is going to be the big thing for making this go real quick. And let's kill a pirate. These level 1 pirates can be killed by whatever we're given these 3 FGs at the start. Because the next one of the quests here are we got to get a lot of FG. We got to get experience. We got to get experience on our ships, and we have to build ships. And we're going to get our mining started. And if we can find a double space dust, that'll be pretty good. Yeah, that looks like we got it right here. Ooh, wow, what a good operation zone. I just don't expect to see that normally. Metal, crystal, crystal, metal. No space dust, but it's got lots of metal. We'll go for it anyways. Oh, medium. Metal being the most important for upgrades anyways, and because most of our crystal and deuterium will be handled by the quest, for at least for zoning up. So you can see our next one is build more ship, get experience, and then collect from a resource node. And just get that little badge out of the way so it's not bothering us anymore. At least me, it's not bothering anymore. And into building our ships. And here, first important point for a lot of people who've been through this many times. No, just they already know. Perfect start, yeah, whatever. One of the things that has tripped me up a couple times is I don't want to build any of these things that are C cost. I've got myself just hamstrung because I was sitting here with some stingers, even oops, I didn't mean to unblue. Even the railgun ruby is it's good, but that like nearly 1,000 crystal, and even the 1,200. I think the 1,200 or the 12,000 metal is okay. And the Maritime Colossus also not great. It's more expensive than a ruby, which just in the metal. What can we build here? I think and they are okay. I haven't gone. There we go. They're at least sub 10,000. And the heavy cannon type. I think we can go heavy cannon type if we're looking to build something big and fancy. And getting our support type. I also think these are, C, yeah. Six stats. It says C, and yet that's not the end of the world. The frigates heal so fast anyways. It's not, at least for the first ranking up of them, it's not that big of a deal. I do kind of still want to build one, but you have so little experience to start. So instead, I think what I will settle with is, I don't normally build these guys, but they're way better than the FG300s. And they're at least cheaper. And yeah, I'll build one more. That's going to really hamstring me for metal, but I have a bunch of quests coming in. Get that build more ships going. I think I might even just speed that up, because I am impatient and I'm not really going to need too much of this. There we go, and there comes our little FGs back, and you can see these are just 3.5 minutes for 3 FGs to kill one tiny little Nomos survey ship. Our build is going on, and I think the next thing we can take a look at, well, those little builds, is what I carried over. I carried over 10 generic blueprint boxes. I kept opening all my black boxes for phase 2. I was trying to still hit that CVT 800 ship. Didn't get it. But because I was trying to use up all my black boxes on the gacha system, I just kept these blueprint ones, which are just fine to open up while you're in the Pioneer system, because they all carry over. And we got our Dawn funding scheme. I'm going to buy into the plan, because I want all the stuff, but the e-coin that you get in the bottom part of the plan here is very big for getting extra resources to really keep this engine running. So the last thing we're going to do here is we're going to go and you're going to finish our generic port. We're going to build all the frigate dockyard all the way up and get the last point of the warehouse before this expansion finishes. And our big focus will be generic port for zone 3 and small integrated plant. And then while zone 3 is starting to upgrade, we're going to get our liaison done for the quest, and also because I want to buy resource boxes soon, and we need our e-coin tax to start ticking away, so we'll get our habitat. Completely ignore repair dock, and we'll only be able to afford one liaison command center. Once we're into zone 4, even though we've got destroyers in zone 3, we're not even going to start building those destroyers until we have our zone 4 large utility ships all built up. And here we go. We've ticked over. I do want to make sure I do not overcap any resources. I think I'm totally okay. 1,030,000. Oh yeah, we're not going to hit over. Get rid of that. Go buy more, build more ships. We already hit that by building our 3 Carillions. Upgrade shipyard, build ships faster. Of course, done. And then we need our next combat experience. Level 2s, which should be no problem. Alright, and we'll check back in 30. Hey, we're back. Got 4 minutes left on that base expansion. Been killing pirates. Got our blueprint experience going up and up. And we've got our resource collector on a level 2 node. We're collecting from 2 nodes. The storage cap's been done. And we've also got 2 tech points from Private 2 experience. As you can see, we're getting a good amount of resources from all these quests. We still got 4 more left. We've upgraded the port. We finished the 5 of 5 while it was upgrading. The basics was expanding. We've defeated a level 2 pirate fleet. I'll show you that in a moment. We built more, or we upgraded the shipyard to 5 of 5. That was the little slip we did. This warehouse is done, and we're now at build more ships. And we are capped at what we can build for ships. We'll attack that level pirate 2. So we can just see, with our way better than FG 300s, being this the phase 3, we've got those heavy cannon frigates doing double the damage as them, and just cruising through these level 2s, not taking too much damage just yet, and more importantly, not taking too many resources. So 5 minutes with 3 minutes left, let's crack some of the tech file boxes. as a reminder to those who don't know who the new ships are, Aldabra, there we go. And it is a destroyer version of the Chimera. I don't know, or the Chimera, or however you pronounce it. I don't know how good that really is overall. The Connemara Chaos. Now, to me, one thing I've noticed, I did open this on another account, is even though it is literally the cross-section of IO and the artillery CAS, is its upgrades are significantly different than the artillery CAS. The artillery CAS is actually more of an anti-destroyer ship, even though it has a huge alpha. All its upgrades are about hitting destroyers, hitting them better, hitting them harder, where this Connemara Chaos, with its big alpha, is going down battleship carrier. Like, it's much more of a cruiser focus, so it's taking that evasive dodginess of the IO, putting it in the middle row, so it's not quite as boring as I thought, I guess, just not to go into too much of a rant. And the Mistral is a Spore, but with S rank damage. Alright. Let's get some tech files. Probably down to 2 minutes left on our zone upgrade. Wish I hadn't accidentally grabbed all those black boxes, so I don't have to scroll through this as much. And, well, oh yeah, they got double the tech points. That is actually, oh, that's nice. That's probably going to be like a battle cruiser I didn't see. Or carrier. Love that. Love that. And a huge early bonus of getting, wailing about here is got to be these weapon techs. Having a whole bunch of weapon techs is you get the 30% damage on all your ships, and you see that in any kind of early PvP. You're going to be that guy that rolls someone with that. Oh, what'd I miss? And we got 1 more minute. We'll do one more. And here we go. What are we going to get? Now, I'm not going to open any of these black boxes yet because there is a 1 week cooldown on the nothing. There's a 1 week cooldown on the new ships in the black boxes, and I definitely want those new ships. And a Corvette. We got 40 points in the Cellular Defender. I think we're just going to keep working on the Red Beast, get it up to about 40 tech points. And 13 seconds. Carillion. So now I'm focusing on getting to that liaise center. I want to make sure that I can access those resources and start spending my E-coins on them. And expansion done. Alright, so definitely need more little ships. Get that generic port started. And that small integrated plant, which is a huge sort of bonus over everything. And we'll get that in a secondary. So let's speed this one along. I'll try and be efficient here. We'll just go to the nearest 5-minute interval. I do have a bit of an overlap with my frigate dockyard going in. Now that you've gone through, did that perfect start, we're going to slow down a little bit. Do small integrated plant and habitat 1-1 while the port's upgrading to 2 and 3, and then after that liaison command center 1 while the generic port finishes its round 4 or 5. 4 or 5 destroyers right into zone 3. And while that zone 3 is going to be is a 6-hour upgrade, I think it tells us here, 6 hours, yep. For that 6-hour upgrade, I'm going to keep upgrading the small integrated plant first. That has to go right to the top. I'm not going to continue any of my zone 1 upgrades until I get habitat all the way up to the top as well. I want that E-coin production because I want to buy resource packs. It's alright, we claim our quest again. Here we are. See, now just hitting the zone 2 quest, and we've already been there, and now we got small integrated plant and gather intel. Explore. I've already got one of my FGs taken out of the group of ships I have, so I can send it off. Oh yeah, you can auto return on intel. I'll do that because I want that ship to then go in liaise. And generic port. Our frigate dockyard is finished. And now we can finally start on small integrated plant. I'm not going to waste any speed ups on it. And I'm not going to waste any speed ups on it until at least 20 minutes have passed, so that the speed ups would basically finish it. And that's the next couple steps of the build. I'm going to set a timer. What I do on my phone here is I actually use Android's clock application, and I set up timers for all the builds while I'm in this first zone 2 and 3. It's nice because now I got it puts a timer in the banner as a notification ticking down, so I can actually kind of see on my generic port, am I down to 20 minutes left, or in this case if I have 30 minutes left, I know I got enough speed ups that I can speed it all the way up, and I'll jump in, speed it up, get it done, get the next one started. And also it just helps that the reminders are quite persistent. I'm setting up an alarm timer, so it just goes buzz, 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 buzz on my phone continuously until I tell it to stop, instead of where the in-game notifications just go pling, done, and I miss it. I'm busy. I'm doing something else. All right, we're back. Not quite zone 3 started just yet. Just dropping in. We got the final generic port upgrade to level 5 started. Just wanted to repeat myself, I guess, point out a couple quick little things about this perfect start. Right up here, you can see that my metal is 738. And when I was saying, like, I've been pinching myself, like, and getting myself in trouble by building those really expensive frigates right off the start, well, here's exactly where I've managed to build the cheaper ones, those Carillions that are 8K instead of 12K, like the more expensive Xenos and other ones. So those 5 Carillions allow me to kind of really skate right in here. I haven't had any problems with resources. I got into my level 4 upgrade, no problem. I've just been dipping in, sending my fleet out to attack every time another building would pop and ready to go. Just show you that we got all the quest, the liaison is done, the small integrated plants are being upgraded, the habitat 1 is done, so it's getting all set to do zone 4 here in an hour and 40 minutes. What do I need for metal? Take a quick look. 100k. That's a big number, right? That's where you're gonna get caught. But I got these quests to turn in. I've been building some rubies now just because they come out to a nice 5. They are more expensive, but I feel like I can fit that in because, in particular, my resources. I'm on metal. That is kind of a nice big thing here, is all my resource ships are metal. Metal, metal, you know, the dust right here, and metal. So these are all rank 2 metal, so that's really going to help accelerate that through. You can see I finished the upgrade, I finished that exploration, and I can claim this, and here now we got my blueprint XP from my fleets. We've also got the tech points here. We've got up to a level 10. We've defeated a level 4 pirate as well, and we've done some weapon system enhancements, and we even collected tax from our e-coins, collect more e-coins, and we've built and keep building those ships now, collecting multiple resource nodes, and even our first utility ship upgrade has come in. And now I have a galactic faction quest. I got to finish the port and upgrade the resource yield. So those are all in progress. So doing our first liaison quest, because the liaison command center is built. We're just being guarded right now, so I just moved my fleet over my FG300 and just parked it over there. And I also have another FG300 all the way by a level 7 city. Welcome back. Just finished the final shipyard upgrade. We're going to hit the next zone. We're going to crack some boxes open here on the see if we can hit some of these new ships. And there we go, 6 hours, 100k. Ready for destroyers. And we're going to rush through that because I need those intermediate resource. Get our small integrated plant finished about the same time as the generic port. And we're working on that habitat because we need that tax. Take a quick look, see about our liaison that's still guarded. What level are these? I haven't even looked at it yet. 5. I'd take some hard losses. I'd have to fight both at the same time, so not worth it. But I can see we got other people with the same idea here. We're going to liaise too. cash in our port upgrade, our integrated plant upgrade, our liaise upgrade, and we're into our next chapter. We finished our local or our base quest, and now we just keep going. We're going to get those smelting plants and crystal synthesis plants and work on getting our 750 per hour crystal. So we've been able to hit some level 4s. I've spent some points, weapon techs, upgrading my rubies so they can do a bit more damage. I built one Noma just to get a little bit of healing. It's not really doing much to be worth it, honestly, but here we can easily take out a level 4 with just a little bit of damage. So, all right, here we are. We're now gonna just tick into zone number 3. Destroyers, ho! The thing to note is I actually ran out of things to build. I built all of zone 1 while we waited for that 6-hour timer of zone 3 to tick down. Could never afford Liaison Command Center because it's 1.5 million. I didn't show in my last video, but I did build my other resource ship and I sent it out to do some resourcing. And I also I stopped killing pirates, and I just parked all my fleet here just in one of my ships, just to help out with that like the mining load. As for upgrades on my utility ships, I did first, because they're spending a lot of time going back and forth, straight up with the storage capacity. I think I will do mining speed next once I get up to 9. I do have I just need a couple more points because I got 6 into propulsion while I wait for the other 2 to tick in. But I'm probably going to hit intermediate before they max out. That's usually when you're going fast, you can do that. To construct first here, I'm not going to build any destroyers, so I don't really need those right away. We're going to go straight and start getting the ticking down of our generic port. We've managed to store up to 19 of these. I'll wait to about 10 minutes and then I will use all those all at once to get the generic port down. And then I might spend some on the capital shipyard as well, kind of balance it out so they end about the same time. I do have to get Trading Center 1 here, of course, so it's okay if I get one full level ahead on generic port, just so I can get the Trading Center. I'm going to focus on getting both of the generic port and the capital shipyard all the way to start zone 4 before really going back into these the smelting and the crystal plant. Might run out of resources to actually do that proper, so I might have to do the mining and the smelting, the crystal synthesis and the smelting plants just to get these resource bonuses to make it happen well, and especially getting in there. Now, the resource pack, and that's kind of, this is where the resource pack it comes in. I'm going to pick that large one up before it resets, and this should make it possible so that I can burn right into the next zone without spending any extra time waiting on the crystal and smelting plants. Check back in when we're hitting that the next interesting point here. And here we have it. We are expanding into zone 4. In about 23 hours, we had there was one more mistake that happened. Ran out of metal. I was saying earlier before when I started in zone 3 that I was not sure if I could blitz through generic port 3 and capital shipyard 2. That was true. I really did need to get at least 2 in the smelting plant. Was one place I could have got more metal to not have to like pause overnight and get the zone 4 started much earlier. If I got 2 into metal, would have been able to grab metal. Building those smelting plants doesn't cost any metal, so that's straight 36k from this. Also, I've been building up my fleet, getting ready to take on a pirate base for my expansion. I'll point that out in a moment. So I've been building all my Xenos. So that's an extra, they're 12k, roughly 12k each. So that's another 60k of metal spent on ships. So there's that. So that's about 90k that I could have made up. And I was smack right down 0k metal when it came to doing my last upgrades after I finished the final upgrade on ship, the capital shipyard. Another little mistake in that area is the first level of capital shipyard is about an hour longer than generic port 3. So my boosting with the speed ups was a bit unbalanced because I'd been putting them into generic port. Really might have been able to better put them into capital shipyard just to keep generic port and the resource trade upgrade in about the same amount of time as it takes for generic port. And the other spot where I missed is I overcapped my action points, and I was not able to, and I still haven't even got there yet, pick up the last injection of e-coins right here. The 12,000 e-coins from 17, which I can still get to just from activeness for action points used. Needed that to buy another box of resources, which would have been another injection of 120k metal. That 120k metal plus the 90k from shipbuilding and quest, that's already 210. If I'd been building the smelting plant, which they cost a bit of metal, that would have helped as well. I probably would have been net positive here for that. Destroyer dockyard, it costs 100k. I'm building it right now. You get the 50k back, but then I would have been getting close to finishing the chapter. So I think coming at this, the 9th time, going for the chapter quest first, especially getting the 2 into smelting plant, and then going back and blitzing through generic port 3, capital shipyard 2, and the trading center would be the better choice. And just to sort of say here, since this plant 1 is 12k, you're going to get 30k back for getting it up to 2. The next upgrade might be just 15k, I think. So you're gonna end up about break even on that. So that would have been great, and that's where it could have made up the difference. So I would have had the 250k right away to upgrade to zone 4. And so where am I going next? I want to get those outposts. That's my first upgrade into zone 4. I am gunning for this level 2 base. I'm going to use some of my union mates. We're going to take this one down. There's really no better docking point because, as you notice, this one is metal production yield once you get on it. I'm going to be in a scattered asteroid. That's fine. There's also good resources nearby. Definitely need those mining. Level 6. Definitely going to need the medium mining ships to get into those level 4 ones. And after I get that, so that's one of the big things I need to make sure I have at least 10k crystal for that outpost. The next spot I will build another outpost here is get my first production, my ecoin production, get that up to 600. That's going to really help me buy those large resource boxes all the time. I have one failsafe here. I have a level 1 mining base. You see the metal and the crystal production yields are not quite half that of the level 2, but this I can take much more solo. And there you have it. I'll do one more quick showing of where I'm at when I hit the pirate bases, just to kind of highlight taking that down, and we'll see you then. So it's now at this point that I can take on a level 1 pirate base solo. I have 130,000 anti-ship power fleet that I'm going to send into attack. The important strategy that I have here with coming into the attack is I'm starting outside the base's op zone because the base will send a pirate fleet to engage with me first, which is one fewer fleets to attack while attacking the base itself. The other important thing to note is bases have a max of 5 fleets attacking you at a time, unlike cities which have 10 fleets. This base has about 8 fleets total left in the base when I'm engaging with it, so it's going to replace that 5th fleet every time I destroy a fleet until it's down to 4. And I'll speed up the time here. You just see I'm taking down all the fleets. You can't really see my fleet's health itself, but it's really not moving that far. I'm going to maybe lose 10-20% of my health, but no ships lost. And here we're going down. 4 fleets left now, 3 fleets, and that's it. Got it covered. Johnny.